What up, guys? How are you doing tonight? I have not seen anything. But I know there's a skill rebalancing. I know that much. Chat not coming up. Oh, why is that? Honestly, I don't think I want chat to come up. Because I'm going to be recording videos as I'm logging in, so... Yeah, no chat is fine. Let's do no chat. Let's roll with that. Alright, man. I'm hype. I'm hype. Alright, let's see. Alright, boys. Anniversary. Let's go. Let's see. No, I did download the update on my phone, but I guess it's gonna skip all the intro stuff. Cool. Alright. Okay, let me do this. What's up, guys? Dealy Kamel here, and I am here on the day of the Duel Links 6th anniversary. So we are gonna go around really quick, and we are going to check some things out in the news. Now, boom, there's a skill rebalancing, so it looks like I know what our first video is gonna be. So boom, skill rebalancing video. Let's check it out. Let's talk about it. So we've got reasons for skill balancing. We got 3 skills here, 4 skills here being changed. It says it's a 2-world master rights and switcheroo. We are strengthening some character exclusive skills to make them easier to use. Surprise present. The skill will be modified as the introduction of more cards that work well with it will make it easier for players to interfere with their opponent's strategy. Yeah, as in other words, not working as intended, brother. That's what this nerf is, and I'm pretty sure I saw this coming in Draw Alone. This will be modified. Plan to add a card with a powerful effect that utilizes spell cards in your hand. Guys, why did they nerf Draw Alone? Let's see, but oh, this is so nice now. This is such a good, this is such a good quality of life here, the before and after. So turn 3 and onward. Amazing. Amazing, dude. Turn 3 and onward. You will not be able to set up your Mech Knight combo on turn 1. I think that's good enough. You know, you'll still be able to do it from your second turn, and if you go second, then still your second turn. But I think this is very important in making sure Mech Knights just don't have their free combo set up just off of, you know, this skill forcing a spell or trap on your opponent. And then Draw Loan is going to add a lucky loan from your deck to the field. Huh? What even changed from this skill? What? I don't even know. Oh, set 1 lucky loan, and this was added to your deck to your hand. Weird, dude. Weird, dude. But yeah, Mech Knights getting a very good skill nerf right before the KC Cup. This is very good. It should bring them in line with some of the other decks, and they were using a skill that other decks could not use, and they were using it, you know, not as intended, right? This is what we've seen Konami hit other skills like Cyber Style before, so no surprise there whatsoever from them. But it looks like Surprise Present here is going to be the only skill change, the only really meta changing skill, and I really would like to know what card did they nerf or did they change a Draw Loan because of. Now it says you can get an effect from adding a spell to your hand, but the activated effect of skills don't impact cards directly, so it would have to be like something gets buffed for having spells in your hand or something like that. That was their reasoning for it. It was the best skill for Witchcrafters, and now it is useless. I see. Yeah, so it would add it to the hand. It would raise the Witchcrafter's attack. Now it just sets the attack, huh? It sets the spell instead, so it doesn't even raise Witchcrafter's attack. So, I don't know, guys. Let me know in the comments if you know anything else that will make Draw Loan overpowered. But please let me know what you think of Surprise Present getting nerfed. I think this was definitely going to come before any cards in the deck itself was released. The deck is extremely new, so if they were going to remove anything, I think it's pretty obvious that they were going to remove the kind of really niche skill that they were utilizing that was not being used as intended. So yeah, surprise present getting nerfed. We'll see. Have to see this week how Mech Knights fare without them. They're probably not going to be running this skill anymore after this. So yeah, check out this week of tournaments, see how they fare. Peace out, guys. Stay here for all your anniversary news. Hey, little short 3.5 minute video. I didn't even look at what they were changing about switcheroo. They decreased it to 1,000. I didn't even talk about switcheroo. Dude, I just realized that I didn't talk about switcheroo. So switcheroo, basically, now you can proc it with Cosmic Cyclone. Or, yeah, you can proc it with Cosmic Cyclone. You can proc it with a DDD continuous Speller Trap. So now down to 1,000 for 1,500. This is a pretty big. 1,500 was a big nerf for switcheroo back in the day, just because back then life point skills were all the rage and everyone was using Cosmic Cyclone, so they wanted to put it in a range where you could not just get it off of one card effect. And switcheroo has not been played since then, so now I guess they are easing it back a little bit. Still has that life point requirement, but now you can synergize it with Cosmic Cyclone and get all the value that you once had. So pretty good there. I don't think people will really play it because there's better consistency skills for specific decks now, and switcheroo is just not as good as a generic consistency skill, but it will be a little more viable now. It's I really do like it. I really do like it. It will just make it, you know, better for you to play all around. Just it'll make Cosmic Cyclone more it'll make it more viable now that it is in the same boat as Mystical Space Typhoon being unlimited. So it's gonna make switcheroo you know, a little bit better. So Master of Rites is going to play a Ritual Cage from outside of your deck face up, and then at the beginning of the duel play one Ritual Cage face up. So man, Master of Rites, this is really big actually. This is going to change to the beginning of your first turn. So the thing about this is, like, if you went second before, Ritual Cage would still be on the field turn 1 when your opponent went first. So if they had any backrow removal, they could remove your Ritual Cage and you could do nothing about it. So this is very nice. If you play Ritual decks, now you can finally wait until your strategy, until your turn to jumpstart your strategy, so you aren't just leaving your cards vulnerable. Your opponent is not just going to be able to know what you're playing and remove your most valuable card of the field in the first turn. So Master of Rites, super big buff for Ritual decks. Good to see it. And Toon World, dude. We need to talk about Toon World. Play Toon World for outside your deck. And another change here, just play it on your turn instead of at the beginning of the duel. The only skill that the only other skill that was like this was Middle-Aged Mechs, but Middle-Aged Mechs was always like this. It was always, it will summon it on your turn. So I really like that these skills are becoming like that as well. It, you know, safeguards their strategies from just being out there on your opponent's first turn. Like going second, these decks were all really bad because of this. Yeah. All right. That's all for skills. Let's move on. Okay. Let's head into the shop, boys. I have not gone to the shop. Let's go to the shop. All right, guys, we're going into the shop on anniversary. Let's see what's in here. Special. Wait, where is everything? Where is everything? It's not here? It's not coming today? It's tomorrow? No. When is it? $9 a.m. JST. When is that? That's like 11 p.m., right? That's 11 p.m.? Leak is on DLM. Okay, I'll just cover the leaks then. I just wanted to wake up to do the videos. That's it. Okay. Tomorrow? Oh my god. So 9 a.m. JST is like 11 p.m. for us, right? Jesus Christ. Damn, the selection box is pretty cracked. Have they ever done that before? I could have swore I woke it up before at this time. Oh man, we got another kaiju. That's okay. So what we gonna? Well, what are we thinking about the selection box, guys? What are we thinking? Mind control? Yeah, pretty cool. Ice Dragon's Prison as well, dude. These are big cards. These are pretty massive. Target monster you control? Target one monster you put in control to the end base to control of it. Ice Dragon's Prison as well. Ugh. Nightmare Cerberus. Dark Art Dragon. What? Wow. I mean, yeah, it'll be good in Duel Links, yeah. Vampire Sucker. Man, are vampires gonna be good? I don't think so. Just because of Vampire Sucker, I don't think so, right? I don't think they're gonna be good. Why are we gonna get Joker EX structure deck? I mean, last year, guys, we got Dark Paladin. Last year, guys, the anniversary box was Dark Paladin, so I'm not surprised. Dad is too late. Ferocious Flame Swordsman. This link summon monsters destroyed by battle or by the opponent's card effect. You can target one non-link warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it. But banish it when it leaves the field. How the fuck would you ever summon this card, dude? Lightning Shidori, this card is actually really good. This is really good in the TCG. If this card is Exeus Summon, target one set card your opponent controls, return that target to the bottom of the deck. Once per turn, you can detach one Exeus material from this card, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, return it to the top of the deck. Ugh. That's cracked. That's gonna be, Is that an SR? Dark Ruler no more? I mean, we already had it. It's just gonna be in the selection. We already had Dark Ruler no more. But they're adding just because I guess we're getting a lot of crazy cards here. Protecting Spirit Loageth. This card in the field is destroyed by battle or card effect. You can target one monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only use each of its following effects of Loageth and switch out. The effect of a fairy monster control is activated except during the damage step. You can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one face-up card your opponent controls. One attack monster you control. Banish that opponent's card. You can change your monster defense position. This is the Dark Lord fusion before it becomes a Dark Lord, right? Or something like that. Or is it Ishel before she becomes a Dark Lord? Is it one of those things? I think it's Ishel, right? Is that what it is? It's supposed to be Ishel before it's a Dark Lord? Yeah, that's Dark Lord support. What else do we have here? Generation Force. If you control an Xyz monster, add one Xyz card from your deck to your hand. What? Dude, what the fuck? That sucks, dude. What? One Xyz card? Xyz in the name? Dude, that fucking sucks, bro. Why is a card like that? I don't know. I mean, you get the trap cards, the Xyz trap cards, like Xyz counter, Xyz block, but you don't get anything good. You don't get no rank ups with that. Mono Pyra. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard, add two of these from your deck to your hand, and then it's all the Autobots. What else do we have here? Scarlet Scourge is coming back, Box of Friends. War Rocks, dude. I don't know, bro. I think you kind of have to go in because of Do you guys think that Nightmare Cerberus is worth it? Mind Control and Ice Dragon's Prison are extremely powerful cards. I think they make it. I think you. I don't know. Ice Dragon's Prison is really good. Ice Dragon's Prison is a very good card, man. I love that card in Master Duel. So it being in Duel Links is like absolutely insane. Automata play is back. Yeah, Automats do have some good cards here. This freaking Generation Force thing, man. I don't know. I don't know about that. The card has to have Xyz in its card name. So realistically, what are you adding in Duel Links? Like, you're not adding much. You're adding like Wonder Xyz. It's a trap card. You're adding Xyz Encore. There's literally like no cards that have Xyz in their name. Xyz Remora. Why the hell would you, like, if you're playing Water, you're playing Xyz Remora, you're not playing this card, dude. Like, this is some nonsense. I really don't know why that card is in the selection box and there's not a rank up magic. I hope that is incorrect. That is what I'm really hoping, that part of the leak is just wrong. Because this, I don't see why the fuck they would add this. This is literally a card in the TCG. It was in the starter deck Yuma. Like, no one fucking plays. Like, no one plays this shit. Every time that card comes out, it's a common. Like, what? Like, I don't know. It's updated for the structure. Yeah, I just did. I mean, you can search Remora, Xyz count, but it's like. The only decks that utilize those right now is like, I think Gimmick Puppets utilize them the best, right? I think Gimmick Puppets were one of the decks that utilized those Xyz counter cards the best. I think the Water deck had started to use some of them. But alright, let's get into this next stuff, this Arcana Knight stuff. Oh, Shun is here as well. Okay. So, alright, so I want to record the selection box video, and then we'll talk about the structure deck. But first, I need to start rendering this other video. I just need like a minute, guys. Bear with me here. I kind of want to try to get some sleep tonight. a really niche skill that they were utilizing that was not being used as intended. So, yep. Okay. All right. So more than one skill for box? Yeah, I mean, it's a... Dude, when they make spells or traps, the selection box cards, I don't want to say you don't have a choice, but it's like, come on, dude. It's like, these cards are fucking insane, man. Like, you kind of have to have these cards. Like, Ice Dragon's Prison is going to be a 3 of in every single competitive tournament deck for the rest of this year. Like, hands down, I can tell you right now that it will definitely be at the top. Okay. I'm gonna start recording. What's up, guys? Daily Kamel here, and we're going to be talking selection box leaks for the anniversary. The anniversary is not here just yet, but we do have the box leaks for the selection box and the structure deck below. That's going to be the next video, so tune into that. The selection box, though, we see some pretty massive stuff here. We've got Mind Control, Ice Dragon's Prison, Nightmare Cerebus, Dark Arm Dragon, Vampire Sucker. Man, we've got a lot of cards, so let's get into them one at a time. First up, Mind Control. This is a normal spell. Target one monster your opponent controls until the end phase. Take control of that target, but it cannot declare an attack or be distributed. This card is super powerful in the TCG just because this is a very old card from it. This is a very old Yu-Gi-Oh card, but however, because of its card text, it still leaves many options for you to utilize this with other strategies. You can still fuse, synchro, fusion, fuse, synchro, Xyz, link summon with the monsters. They just cannot be distributed or attacked, so you can actually use it for a little more than you think. So Mind Control is actually super duper versatile in Duel Links now that link summoning is a thing and you can do it with a variety of decks. And the next card I think is even more powerful, man. Ice Dragon's Prison. This is a normal trap, and it's one of my favorite cards to play a Master Duel. Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your field, but its effects are negated. Then you can banish one monster from both players' fields that have the same type as each other. You can only activate one Ice Dragon's Prison per turn. So essentially, how you want to utilize this card is you want to catch your opponent where they are playing one deck of a specific type, and then you want to target one. You can banish a card from both players' field. Excuse me. Target a card of your opponent's graveyard. Special summon it to your field, and then because you have a monster that is one type, let's see if you use Harpies, for example. You know, if you take a Winged Beast from their graveyard and summon it to your field, then you'll be able to banish your Winged Beast, and then you'll be able to banish one of their Winged Beasts on their field. So that's what makes this card so good. It will just automatically be able to remove something from your opponent's graveyard and then remove something from their field as well. So super duper powerful. And removing monsters before they activate their ignition effects. So all right, let's take a look. Nightmare Cerebus. Cerberus. And like I figured that this card would not be added in the box because it is in Duel Links, I think it is one of it's the more powerful of the Nightmare cards, but in like the Master Duel, it's not as powerful. If it's link summon, you can discard a card, then target one special summon monster in your opponent's main monster zone, destroy it. Then if this card was co-linked when it was activated, you can draw a card. And yeah, it's a Nightmare's co-linked monsters you control cannot be destroyed by card effects. So yeah, so you're in any opponent, any monster that is summoned in the extra monster zone, you will not be able to destroy. You can only destroy main monster zone special summon monsters. So this is going to be anything that's special summoned from the main deck, any secondary extra deck monster that your opponent goes into, because if they summon the first one, they're likely going to go into the extra monster zone. And yeah, I think Nightmare Cerberus has the potential to be really good in Duel Links. However, I do think some people will play, they will be trying to play around it, but most decks, you know, they are taking advantage of the extra monster zone. But still, you know, most decks do tend to extend into having more than one boss monster. It's just that when they have more than one boss monster out, and that, you know, boss monster is in the main monster zone, this card does become a little more conditional. They're going to have to be playing a deck that doesn't really rely on the extra deck for this card to be very good. That means they're not going to be utilizing the extra monster zone, or they're summoning so much that you will be able to get some easy removal off on a very powerful monster in the main monster zone. However, it is possible your opponent can play around this by just keeping the cards that they want alive in the extra monster zone, but we'll have to see how good it is. However, I think that out of the new cards, this is probably one of the less powerful ones. Ice Dragon Prison and Mind Control, these are the two, for me, these are the two Starlight cards in this box. So moving forward, Dark Arm Dragon Man. Dark Arm Dragon is a OG, very old Yu-Gi-Oh card, extremely meta, and various different points in the TCG had to be banned. How about Duel Links? Cannot be normal summoned or set, must be special summoned from your hand by having exactly 3 dark monsters in your graveyard. You can banish 1 dark monster from your graveyard, then target 1 card in the field, destroy that target. So it doesn't say once per turn, so you know your Dark Arm Dragon can just wipe your opponent. So I like this. It's a very powerful effect getting added to Duel Links. However, Dark Arm Dragon is a very old strategy, and in Duel Links recently, we have a lot of popular cards that can straight up just say no to this guy, and people are playing them in their decks, man. Compulse, we just got Bottomless at 3. People are playing Bottomless. You know, Ice Dragon's Prison, you might be able to get around with this card because, you know, it just says dark, and you can be playing any dark type cards, not just dragons. So that this card may get around that, but other cards as well. DD Crow being able to banish stuff out of your grave if your opponent knows you're trying to set up Dark Arm Dragon. I think a lot of this stuff is kind of just like a lot of the new counter strategies that we've been seeing in Duel Links as of late. They're really, really good against Dark Arm Dragon. But I think at the most part, this is going to be some Thunder Dragon support. So Gian Stranger going to be going crazy in the comments. Let's go for the Thunder Dragon support. But other than that, Dark Arm Dragon, I don't know its place in the meta right now. There's no real dark decks that are just gonna slap this card in there. You know, our Infernos are a fire deck. I don't know. DDD, are they gonna play it? I don't think so. All right, so that's Dark Armed Dragon. Let's take a look next at Vampire Sucker. I played this in my Eldritch deck. It's a Link 2 zombie. If you would tribute a monsters for a tribute summon, you can tribute a zombie monsters your opponent controls, even though you do not control them. You can use each effect. You can only use each effect of each of the following effects of Vampire Sucker once per turn. You can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, special summon it to your opponent's field in defense position, but it becomes a zombie monster. If a zombie monster is special summoned from either graveyard, draw 1 card. So essentially, this card works very well with the Zombie World field spell, because it will allow you to just, any monster on the field will be a zombie, so you won't even have to utilize its first effect of bringing something back from the graveyard to use as a tribute summon. Any monsters on your opponent's field while you have Zombie World out will just be zombies, and then you can tribute a zombie monster for your opponent's zombie monster, which they will have one because you have Zombie World out, or your tribute summon. So that's what makes this card really good. And then it's really good for consistency, being able to just, anytime your opponent special summons from the graveyard, when you have Zombie World up, this draws a card, and then anytime you special summon something from your opponent's graveyard via this card's effect, it becomes a zombie. Because of its effect, you then draw a card but only once per turn. Just making sure that you can always get that draw off. Is this gonna help vampires? I think that it will give them a very interesting interaction, but this interaction doesn't really come in on their first turn now, does it? Because they're going to have to use their inherent normal summon to even get this thing out, and they'll have to utilize the effect of, you know, something else. What is that vampire card called? Let's vampire, not takeover. Vampire's domain, to get the extra normal summon that you need to really pop off with this card to in fact tribute one of your opponent's monsters. Because once you bring this card out, then you can look at bring one of the other cards in this box that, you know, wasn't really utilized too much before because you needed to tribute one of your own monsters. You know, Scarlet Scourge. You might actually play Scarlet Scourge now because you can tribute your opponent's monsters just by using this Link monster. Then you can pay 1,000 and then special summon a vampire from your graveyard. And yeah, now that we have access to Sucker, Scourge is a lot better because now you can, you know, summon something and go into a Link monster. You don't have to commit to your vampire strategy directly with the familiar and the retainer and all that stuff. So yeah, I think it does open up a different play line for vampires. I don't know if it's what they need to be meta. So yeah, very nice. Vampire Sucker. To note, you can use any zombies, it's not just vampires, but the most synergy, of course, is with the vampire archetype, right? Because it does do with attributing. But yeah, someone pointed out to me that, yeah, you can use it with Vendreads as well. Alright, Ferocious Flame Swordsman. This is a fire. Let me refresh this page, actually. Let me see if they added any rarities. No, they did not. Okay. Ferocious Flame Swordsman. All warrior monsters on the field. This is a Link 2 monster. Gain 500 attack. If this Link monster, Link summon card is destroyed by battle or by an opponent's card effect while in its owner's monster zone, you can target one non-Link warrior monster in your graveyard, special summon it, or banish it when it leaves the field. You can only use this effect once per turn. Oh man, I really don't like this card's effect. I think that it would have been so much better if it said, if this Link summon card is sent to the graveyard, like if you use it in a Link chain, then it activates this effect. But you know, it having to be destroyed, it's coming out at 1800 attack like all the other Flame Swordsmans, and I don't know if this is good enough, man. It's an 1800 attack fire monster that floats into a non-Link warrior monster, and that's it. Dude, if you guys can think of something, let me know, because I don't know in what world this is worth going into in any warrior deck. You know, not Noble Knights, literally no reason for them to do this. 6 Sams, literally no reason for them to do this. You're gonna get a Link, are you gonna get a warrior monster from your graveyard? Why would you want this? I don't know. They're gonna have to add another warrior deck, or maybe we'll read something else that makes this good, but this card sucks. Lightning Shidori! Now, I like Lightning Shidori a lot. It's from a really old format in the TCG, for 2013, 2014. Let's look into it. It is a rank 4 Thunder Xyz monster. It requires 2 level 4 wins. If this card is Xyz summoned, target one set card your opponent controls, return that target to the bottom of the deck. Once per turn, you can detach one Xyz material from this card, then target one face-up card your opponent controls, return that target to the top of the deck. So yeah, man. On Xyz summon, it will bounce a set card back to the deck. This is not even for materials. This is just on summon. It will do this. And then it will target face-up cards, not just monsters, spell and trap cards too. And it will turn them to the top of the deck. So this can get pretty devastating. You can force your opponent to brick with Lightning Shidori if you send the right card where they don't have the right resources left on the field. So, and this does require wind monsters, so a deck like Harpies will be utilizing this card. Other wind archetypes, let me know what you guys think is going to be playing Lightning Shidori. I can't think of any wind only archetypes that would be playing this besides Harpy. But yeah, that is going to be pretty powerful. You know, just being able to reset your opponent's deck, you know, especially when a lot of these decks are, when you limit your opponent how much they can, you know, float into other resources. This is extremely powerful. Just forcing them to like top deck a back row that they already had and they won't be able to use or something like that, it really goes a long way. All right, City Spirit Loagath. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target one monster on the field. It cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If an effect of a third monster you control is activated, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one face-up card your opponent controls and one attack position monster you control. Banish that opponent's card, and if you do, change your monster to defense position. So this is clearly Dark Lord support, and it seems that this might be like one of the Dark Lords, like Ishel or something, before it becomes a Dark Lord, and it's very, very good. For Dark Lords anyway, right? It has a very good removal effect. You can banish your opponent's card and then just change yours to defense position. Good for defending up your Dark Lords. You can turn the monster to the field and then protect it. And then anytime any of your Dark Lords is activated, you can special summon it from your hand. Pretty nice. I like it. Gizmek Kaku, the Shining Supreme Shining Sky Stag. Oh man, this is like what, the third Gizmek we got. Monsters in the extra monster zone, you special summon this card from your hand. You can target one face-up monster in the extra monster zone. Equip that face-up monster to this card. When this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one of your monster cards equipped to this card. You can only use the effect of Gizmek Kaku. Okay. You can special summon it from your hand for free if there's anything in the extra monster zone, and then you can take something in the extra monster zone. Dude, this card is insane. What? You just take it? And then you special summon one of the things you took when you destroy something. What? This card is very good, dude. Well, it seems like it's very good. It seems like a really good side deck card, or one of, to put in any deck. I mean, what the heck? That card is so free. Any deck that plays into the extra deck, you're instantly gonna have something on the field that your opponent must respond to. They cannot afford for this effect to go off. As soon as this card summons, they must frame one, negate, remove, crackdown, floodgate, book a moon, something, because as soon as it activates its effect to steal your extra deck monster, I mean, dude, you're gonna be in trouble after that. So Gizmek, oh man, you might want to pick up one of the Gizmeks, dude. So look, coming down here, we've got Generation Force now. Oh man, guys, I really don't know why we have this card. Generation Force is it's a really mediocre card in the TCG, I feel like. But in Duel Links, it could have a little bit more wiggle room. It says if you control an Xyz monster, add one Xyz card from your deck to your hand. So right now, there are a couple of Xyz cards in Duel Links that this effect would revolve around. The first was going to be Xyz Remora. This is just recently got released and stated Trickstar support for the Shark deck, and it basically just helps them float into more monsters. And when you control an Xyz monster, that is exactly when you want Xyz Remora in your hand, so then you'll be able to extend further with that. And then there's also a lot of trap cards like Xyz Block that says you can detach an Xyz material from your monster. This is to activate this counter trap to negate a monster effect. There's some other ones as well. I want to see if I can find a couple of them. But yeah, I just don't think that this card is what I was looking for Xyz monster support in Duel Links. I kind of wanted some rank up support, something like that, but I don't know. I guess they want to take it in a different direction. You know, stuff like Xyz Reborn, you're probably not going to be using it on Xyz Reborn. There must be like something else, guys. Let me know what you're going to be playing Generation Force with. I really don't like this card, so really not too hyped about that. Probably going to be an SR though, which is freaking crazy. I think this is a waste of a selection box slot. Onomatopoeia Pyro. You can only activate one Onomatopoeia per turn. Send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Add two of these monsters from your deck to the hand, and it just lets you add any of the Onomatopoeia cards. And this is basically auto play, right? You send one card from your hand to the graveyard, and including this card, and then you just get 2 automats. It's unnerved auto play, man. It's good. So I hope automats actually do make a comeback off of this. Of course, we are getting a lot of powerful rank 4s. Now, I don't even know if they can make Lightning Shidori, actually. It does require wind monsters. I don't know if there's any wind automats. I think they're all like light and dark, and some of them are earth, like the Dodos are earth, so I don't know if that's happening. Boom! We're getting another kaiju. We got our first kaiju Dogoran with the addition of Rain's World, and kaiju didn't really see too much play, so they're going to give us another kaiju. They're going to give us Radion, the dark kaiju. This guy is 2800, and as all kaijus works, you special summon this to your opponent's field by attributing 1 monster they control, and this is best used when you want to remove a very sticky opponent's monster that you really are having trouble getting rid of. You tribute it, put Radiant down, it's in the graveyard, now it's gone. Now they've got a kaiju, and you can deal with it a lot easier. So there you go. 2 kaijus in the game now. They didn't really do too much to the game on their first inclusion, so I hope that, you know, I don't know, decks are not really playing multiple kaijus ever. But hopefully more people use them, because I think they're really good, and I hope they add stronger cards because we have kaijus in the game. And dude, that's the last new card. So for the selection box, what do I think? Let's take a look at the reprints as well. They brought Harpy back. We got the Harpy Link monster, so they brought Harpy back, and Lightning Shidori as well. This is Harpy support, so this is really sick here. I'm really looking at Harpies becoming a better, probably one of the best rogue decks. Might even see them at high potential, after the KC Cup, after that ban list comes up, because Lightning Shidori is a very good Xyz monster, and Harpies have only been making Cyber Slash, so this is giving it a run for its money. Dante in the selection box as well as a reprint. Whatever, dude. Burning Abyss are still good, pretty nice. Dark Ruler no more. Yeah, this is pretty sick, man, especially because we have stuff like Firewall in the game now. Just, before you start your turn, just negate everything on the field, just so, your turn doesn't get interrupted. You can board clear your opponent. We haven't really seen this played at all yet, so maybe they give us some more powerful cards and we see it played. And the vampire stuff, pretty cool. I think this will give vampires directly a big boost, making Vampire Sucker is going to open up a lot more options for the deck. And zombie decks in general, Vampire Sucker should be pretty good. It's going to make Zombie World a little more viable. These cards over here, I don't know what the heck this is, dude. Box of Friends, this is some utter nonsense. This right here is what you call, like, utter, like, disrespect. Like, this right here, they're putting this stuff in here because they know that you will buy the box because of Ice Dragon's Prison and Mind Control. And I don't know, that's that selection box shit I really don't like. The reprints here, half of them are good, half of them are really, really bad. Generation Force, I also feel like this is a huge waste of a selection box slot. War Rocks is whatever. Like, is that really the archetype they chose to bring into the new year? Like, why, Konami? I don't know, like, why choose War Rocks to bring into the new year? I do not like that. Dark Arm Dragon, pretty cool. I want to see what it can do in Duel Links, but my expectations are not too high as of right now. But if you are someone who thinks that you will find value in Mind Control and Ice Dragon's Prison, you have to take into account these are normal traps and normal spells. You play these cards at 3, or you don't play them at all. You play these cards because of their extremely powerful and versatile effects and being able to remove graveyard effects and monsters on the field at the same time. This card is super duper powerful, and you want to be playing it at 3. You want to be, being able to hit Salamangreat. You want to be able to take their Balinks in their graveyard, special summon it to your field, banish one of their Cybers on the field, and banish their Balinks. This is the Salamangreat killer right here. People are going to be playing this card Salamangreat against Salamangreat specifically, and any other decks that get this added graveyard support where they have like busted effects like protection. this is going to absolutely destroy it. So Ice Dragon's Prison, if you're going to be a competitive Duel Links player this year, playing in tournaments, you're going to need 2 to 3 of this card. You need to be at least playing this card at 2. Mind Control, it's going to depend on the deck, of course, but it's going to be good, I would assume, in decks that have generic Link monsters and can Link summon repeatedly in the turn, and monsters that do not have extra deck monsters with strict summoning conditions. So if you have a Synchro deck or an Xyz deck that just requires a monster of the same level, that's going to be the best places to put this into, and Link summon decks as well, where the materials do not need to be specific archetypes. So I think those are the best 2 cards in this box. Nightmare Cerebus is also very, very good. It's the 3rd card in the Nightmare Trio. However, it only destroys stuff in the main monster zone, so it is easy to play around. However, most of the time, your opponent is not going to expect that you have this card. And if you are playing a deck like Cybers or Goki or Mech Knights, this is just added to the toolbox for you. So I think that is going to be a really good effect to add on. So pretty cool. And this is the Gizmek dude. The Gizmek over here. Gizmek Kaku. Man, this card is pretty insane. I want to see how people put this in, but usually when we get like little on-spot removal cards like this, they don't really see play. So I would like to see this card played, man. I want to see people experiment with it, because to me it sounds busted. Anything in the extra monster zone, special summon it, you take it. You know, it's a summon for removal. You don't have to do anything else. That is just good enough to me. So all around, this selection box, guys, what do I think? What do I think of the selection box? I think if you're a competitive player, Mind Control and Ice Dragon's Prison are simply too good to pass up. You cannot pass them up. If you are someone who wants to play Harpies, I think that Harpies are going to get some really good support here. However, I'm going to say the support for decks, individual decks in this box, I do not think is going to be meta breaking. Dark Lord support, not going to be meta breaking. The Vampire zombie support, I don't think it's gonna make vampires or any zombie deck meta. I don't think Dark Lord Dragon's gonna do that, and I don't think Lightning Shadora is gonna do that. And I don't think the Automat support, even though Automata Pyro is a very good card, I don't think it's gonna make Automats meta again. It might make them a little better. However, the main draw of this box is Mind Control, Ice Dragon's Prison, and Nightmare Cerebus. You want to get those cards, you know, because the 2 spell and traps at 3, this is Duel Links. We know how powerful traps like Ice Dragon's Prisons are at 3. So I'm not telling you to go in for 3, but if you are a competitive player, I'm telling you, Ice Dragon's Prison and Mind Control are going to be those cards. So that is what you want to watch out for, guys. If you don't have a strong case for Ice Dragon's Prison or Mind Control, again, I'm saying you can probably end up skipping the selection box or using your anniversary gems on something else, because Ice Dragon's Prison, man, it's a super powerful trap card. But if you're looking for decks, you can skip the selection box, because I don't think the support in this box will improve any decks to a meaningful point. So that's it, guys. Thank you for sticking around for so long. Peace out. We'll see you for our full anniversary coverage tomorrow. All right. That took a minute. Now we're going to do the structure deck. First, I'm gonna render this video. I'm gonna upload this one. Start rendering the other. This one that I just hit record. Here. All right, guys, we're going into the shop. Where was the video I just recorded? There we go. How did I hear none? Oh, I muted my Vegas, that's why. Structure deck below, that's going to be the next video, so tune into that. The selection box, though.
My Duel Links is kind of loud. Thought it was lower. Shit. I'll just say sorry for the Duel Links. I'll just say sorry for the sound. The description, it'll be good. Okay. Time for structure deck. Time for structure deck. Yo, super chat $5 for my man. Come out and get some good sleep. Yeah, I will, bro. We're gonna talk about this structure deck, then I'm going to sleep. I'm gonna record this video, upload it, and then I'm gonna deal with everything else in the morning when I wake up. Okay, so let me just make sure I'm gonna be able to presentation. Okay. Right. $5 super chat. That's the first super chat we've gotten. I really appreciate it, Zan. Thank you. Okay, let me just refresh this again. Okay, still got a lot of stuff in there. What up, guys? DLE Kamel here, and we're talking about more anniversary leaks. We got Imperial Joker Structure Deck EX here to talk about. Some pretty interesting cards. Not really what I was looking at, what I was expecting in a structure deck, but let's see. I don't really know what this stuff does, so we'll have to see. So with the UR card, we got Arcana Knight Joker. And this is just an alternate art. This is the regular card. Wow, I thought this was a retrain or something. I thought this was a new card, but no, this is just an alternate art Arcana Knight Joker. We already have this card in Duel Links, actually. He's in a main box. So this is just him getting a thing. Right? Arcana Knight Joker. Is Arcana Knight Joker in Duel Links? Yeah. Same guy, he's in Duel Links, but this is just alternate art. All right, just making sure. Generation Next main box. Okay. A fusion summon of this card can only be done with the above materials. Once per turn, when a spell and trap card or a monster effect is activated that targets this face-up card on the field, you can discard the same type of monster, spell, or trap, and then negate the effect. Now, 3800 attack, extremely powerful monster with an effect that protects itself from targeting effects. Now, targeting effects for Duel Links have been the main form of removal for basically the game's entire existence, but we do have a lot of cards now that remove without targeting. You know, mainly, you know, Needle Sealant, man. That card is messing people up right now, and it does not target. But let's see what these other added cards do to kind of buff this guy up. So we're getting Fusion Gate in this as well. Pretty powerful card. A lot of people used to use their dream ticket on this thing. Now you're gonna be able to get it in a structure deck for the first time. So a lot of people are probably mad at this. We're gonna get Arcana Triumph Joker. This is a light level 10. If this card is in your hand or graveyard, you can send one Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and Jack's Knight from your hand and or face-up monster zone to the graveyard. Special summon this card. This card gains 500 attack times the combined number of cards in both players' hands. You can discard one card and destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls with the same type as a discarded card. So, whoa. This is pretty nice. So although this card itself does not have a way of protecting itself like Arcana Knight Joker, this card is on the offensive. So Arcana Knight Joker is kind of defending itself, but this card is going on the offensive. So 500 times the amount of both players' hands. So I'm just thinking, you know, after you play your entire turn, you're pretty much going to empty out your hand. Your opponent is going to empty out their hand. This card is, I don't think this card is ever really going to have more than around like 2,000 or so attack. I don't think this card is ever really going to have more than 3,000 unless you just get to a game state where you and your opponent are just like sitting with like a bunch of cards in your hand, or maybe you play stuff where you can draw a lot. But its effect is pretty good. Discard and destroy all face-up cards your opponent controls of a certain type. This is going to be really good against Mech Knights. You know, being able to threaten their trap card just with this by discarding stuff from the hand. You don't have to tribute stuff either. So anything that is special summonable by not summoning it, not having to get rid of resources on the field to bring out and then force your opponent's interruption resources is a very good card. And Arcana Triumph Joker is, I don't know, it's a little bit of added stuff that the deck needs, although it is not a quick effect. You can't activate it during your opponent's turn, which kind of sucks a little bit, but it would be really busted if you could do that. So we got Imperial Bower. Here, this is a light level 4 warrior. If you control no other monsters, you can tribute this card. Take 2 different monsters from your deck among Queen's Knight, Jack's Knight, King's Knight, Queen's Knight, King's Knight, and or Jack's Knight, and either add them to your hand or special summon each monster. You can only use this effect of Imperial Bower once per turn. So this is going to do a couple things, right? So for Arcana Knight Joker, you can only fusion summon them like this. And for Fusion Gate, you need the fusion materials to be... oh no, they can be in the hand. So Imperial Bower, I guess, yeah, it will just get you the materials to your hand or the field for you to then use for Fusion Gate, or, you know, fuse in any way, since you can add them to your hand and fuse the fusion spell, whatever you will do. But yeah, this is really good support for, you know, getting the fusion summon going. I like it. Painful Decision, we already have this in Duel Links, and it's going to send a level 4 lower normal monster from your deck to the graveyard and then add cards with the same name as that card to your hand. Pretty good. And this card was only in a really weird box before, so it was an SR Dream Ticket pickup before. Now it's in a structure deck. I know for a fact I've used selection Dream Ticket SRs on Painful Decision before. I'm looking kind of foolish now. All right. Ooh, they have their own fusion spell. Base card Fusion. Fusion summon one light warrior fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field as fusion material. If you control Queen's Knight, King's Knight, or Jack's Knight, you can use one monster from your deck as fusion material. Whoa ho ho. So this is pretty interesting. All you have to do is summon one of the monsters, and then you only need one of the other ones in your hand, and then you can get the third one from your deck. I really like that. You only need 2 out of the 3 materials, and then you're gonna have what you need. So I really like that a lot. As opposed to, this is kind of on the same level as Moonlight Fusion, right? Being able to fuse from the deck when your opponent has an extra deck monster. Now, all you have to do, like, you don't have to do anything else than have the resource in your hand. Like, you can just, of course, you have to commit your normal summon that turn to King's Knight or Jack or Queen's Knight instead of like Imperial Bower, right? Being able to search them. So that is the only caveat. If you use Imperial Bower, you will not be able to use from the deck, because then you won't have one of these cards on the field. Oh, well, that's not true, dude. Because of the Imperial Bower, you can special summon them from the deck, and then you'll get the effect of face card fusion. Oh man, this is a really sick fusion combo. I actually really like that. So, Joker Straight, this is a normal spell. You can discard one card, special summon one Queen's Knight from your deck, add one King's Knight or Jack's Knight from your deck to your hand. Then immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one monster. You cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of this turn except Light Warrior monsters. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Light Warrior monster in your graveyard. During the end phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one Light Warrior monster in your graveyard, shuffle it into the deck, and if you do, add this card to your hand. Okay. So, you're going to get, once again, you're going to get 2 materials, and you're going to get... So these are going to be materials that you need to immediately make the fusion summon. So right after this, you will be able to fusion summon, because you'll have Queen's Knight on the field and you'll have the other material in your hand. And then you can normal summon one monster. So it is ensuring that you will have 2 monsters on the field from the archetype. So you'll be able to fuse from the field for sure. And then that's it. Then it just locks you to Light Warriors. So Light Warriors, you're also going to be able to play Excalibur in the extra deck, right? And I'm sure there are some other Warrior Exeses, or if there are any Light Warrior links, that's what you'll have to play as well. Nothing else. Alright, so Goddess Bow. This is a Claw Hermos card. Okay, so the rest of this is Hermos and then the cards themselves. So what do I think about this structure deck? Yeah, wait a second. There is something important here. Where is King's Knight? Is King's Knight not in this box? Where do you get King's Knight from? I'm gonna assume that he is just not, that this is just not in the leaks right now. King's Knight has to be in this structure deck. There's no way they have this and King's Knight is not here. I really just noticed that King's Knight is not in this. He's gonna, he has to. That just said he's in Generation Next. He's a rare. They're not gonna make you dig through that to get King's Knight, dude. There's no way. So I think it's just an error. Look, King's Knight is even down here in the thing, right? You see him, King's Knight. He's down here in the card leak. So King's Knight's gonna be there. But oh look. Oh snap, there's some Raid Raptors down here too. Oh man, that's another separate video, dude, about Raid Raptors. Let's go. Okay, but Imperial Joker, I think that this gives you a little fun fusion combo. It has the Arcana Knight Joker. It gives you a good main deck monster that can wipe the boards of certain amounts of cards. And is this card once per turn? No, it is not, dude. Look at that. This card is not even once per turn. So if you have Monster Spell and Trap in your hand, you can wipe your opponent of all cards. So I think this card is really interesting. Just, of course, again, these cards have no protection. This card has no protection. Arcane Knight Joker only protects itself from targeting. So, I don't know. You're still going to have to come in heavy in the Spell and Trap department. And these cards in the graves don't really protect any of your monsters, right? Face card fusion just makes getting out the fusion easier. It doesn't offer you any protection afterwards, and neither does Joker's Straight. It just makes setting up for your fusion easier and getting your materials, but it doesn't really protect you either. It just gets you a Light Warrior back into your deck. So that's it, but we'll let you reuse the card, but nothing else. So do I think the structure deck is worth picking up? No. I think it is just a fun strategy. I don't think it will be meta. I think it will be an interesting rogue deck, but not something that you have to buy at all. It's going to be 1,000 gems at 1, not worth it. You need this deck. You need to play this deck at 3 copies, because you're going to need 3 of the fusion. You're going to need 3 Joker Straight, and you're going to need 3 red Imperial Bower, and several Triumph Joker, and yeah, it's just not going to happen unless you want to fully commit. And even then, the deck is not going to be super duper good. It's not going to really mesh with any meta decks out right now, so its potential is super duper limited. But yeah, guys, that's what I think about the Imperial Joker Structure Deck EX. It's going to be a little fun fusion strategy. If you like these, or you like picking up the structure decks to get a complete and competent deck, check it out. I think it's going to be a solid rogue deck, but nothing more than that. So peace out, guys. Thank you for coming through, and I'll see you around. Alright, dude, I want to get a look at some of those Raid Raptors, because these are like Shun's rewards that are going to be coming here. So let's take a look. I want to get a closer look at them. So we've got 4 Strix. Nice. We kind of, I talked with PDS. We said we're going to get this. We've got Rise Falcon. We've got Blaze Falcon. I figured we were going to get him. And then we've got Raid Raptor over here. We got 2 other Raid Raptors. What is this? This is... It's not Strangler Falcon. It's Blade Burner Falcon. We got this one. Blade Burner Falcon. If this card is Xyz summoned and your opponent's life points is at least 3,000 higher than yours, you can make this card gain 3,000. What the fuck? This is terrible. Ugh. You can detach any number of Xyz materials from this card. Destroy exactly that number of monsters your opponent controls. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Next mini leaked. I don't think this is the mini. I think this is Shun's roaming deck. I think that's what this is. They're just adding the files to the game. But even then, this is not spelling anything good. There's no rank 6 Raid Raptor here. This is Rise Falcon. This is Raid Raptor Nest, so that's pretty interesting. There's Vanishing Lanius, so we needed that card. That's Mimicry Lanius. I'm looking for this. There's a rank 3 here. Fiend Eagle. 2 level 3 Raid Raptors. You can detach 1 Xyz from this card and target one face of a special summon monster your opponent controls. Inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original half its original attack. Yeah, not worth, dude. Did this video really finish rendering? What the fuck? It's a long video. It's done already? Could banish a card on both players' field. Excuse me. Target a card of your opponent's graveyard. What the fuck? Bell here. So the end phase. Why did it only go up to there? I knew that wasn't right. I was like, that shit didn't take no time. That shit rendered way too fast. Drop cards or level up cards 7 times out of 10 usually suck. Well, yeah, I'm hoping that it's just like his roaming event stuff and the level. Oh, I don't think they would add the level ups just yet, but let's get into here. Let's do a little investigation one more time. Let me see if I can find the Raid Raptors that we're getting. Number 43. I don't know when that is coming. They're re-releasing basically the entire vampire archetype in that box, in the selection box. Xyz Universe? Xyz Universe? We don't have that in Duel Links, right? Xyz Universe. Oh no, we do have it. Okay, so it's getting re-added. Okay. I was about to say. Raid Raptors. So we have the... it looks like we're getting Fuzzy Lanius, which is good. Fuzzy Lanius is really good. I talked about this in my Raid Raptor video. Yeah, you can special summon it from the hand, and then you can add a Raid Raptor. Nice. Well, I'm glad we're getting that. We're getting Singing Lanius, it seems. You can special summon this card from your hand if you have a face-up Xyz. We're getting this guy, Wild Vulture. If this card was normal special summon, you can tribute this card special summon 2 Raid Raptor monsters from your hand and graveyard whose total levels equals 6. Okay. That's weird. I don't think you're ever gonna do this. Right? It's to make the rank 3, but nah, you're not gonna do that. I'm trying to see what others we have. Got this dude over here. I don't know what his name is. We got Pain Lanius. I see him as well over there. We got Mimicry Lanius. I saw him over there. We got Pain Lanius. I saw Nest. If you control 2 more Raid Raptors, you can add 1 Raid Raptor monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. I don't see a rank up though. I do not see a rank up. Because we got Blaze Falcon here, our rank 5, but I don't see a rank up spell. Yeah, I don't see one. Is it worth coming back to Duel Links? I think so, bro. I think it's worth coming back to Duel Links. I think this year has proven that Konami has taken the quality of the live game more serious than any other year. And I think that bodes well for the player. It bodes really well for the consumer when they're playing Duel Links. But I will say, this selection box is kind of weird. I don't think that, like, once again, we're just getting, like, we're getting really good spells and traps in the selection box, and it's not really mandatory that you go in. However, like, you have to understand, like, Ice Dragon's Prison is gonna be good all year long. Like, it is gonna be one of the most goated cards in Duel Links. It is going to rip apart pretty much every deck in Duel Links. Ice Dragon's Prison is one of the most powerful normal traps in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And it is now in Duel Links at 3. In the selection box, I don't know. I would have liked to see the overall power of Link monsters improve more in the selection box as well. Because Ice Dragon's Prison, man, it's going to help out a lot of decks, but... It's going to give a lot more decks the ability to compete with, like, these Link Summon decks. But the thing is, like, they're just going to, like, I feel like this is just, like, going back to what Duel Links, like, the problem we've always had, right? Decks that are just not strong enough, they just become back row decks playing the new busted back row. So I don't know how I feel about how this is gonna change the meta, because competitively, right? Competitively, every guy's is gonna be buying 3 Ice Dragon Prison. They're just gonna be buying 3. I would wait to get it because it's gonna be coming out later on in main boxes. Yeah, but it's gonna be at least a year away. It's gonna be, yeah, it's gonna be like almost a year, 10 months at least until all players have access to Ice Dragon's Prison. So, and right now, the most recent spell and trap card to be put in the selection box is Crackdown.
Surprise Present is now nerfed. That means Mech Knights have lost an extremely easy way to set themselves up for their combos by giving you a spell and trap. Now, you playing Crackdown, that's the only way Mech Knights are going to be able to consistently like benefit of you leaving spell and trap cards up for the entire duel. Dude, Ice Dragon Prison is a normal trap. It is a normal trap, and you can use it to banish stuff from your opponent's graveyard. It counters, it doesn't counter Nightfall, but you can get rid of the materials in your grave so that your opponent can't get them back with Legacy. You can activate Ice Dragon's Prison, special summon the card your opponent wants to from their graveyard before they get it out with secrets, and then banish something else on their field. It is insane. Like, that card is ridiculous. Compulse plus Crackdown box or Prison plus Mind Control box. Well, Crackdown and Compulse are in different boxes, so... That's the thing, right? Compulse and Crackdown are in different boxes. Compulse has to come to the game soon, man. Like, sounds great for new players. Yes, it does. Like, if you're going, if you're talking like value for a new player, shit, man, I think this selection box is it. Because let me tell you, like, look, let's go back up. Like, let's look at the box again real quick. Like, I'm saying, like, for a new player, I think this box, like, it might be better for you to buy than the other ones. Just because, like, hear me out, right? The other selection boxes in the game, they're good, but it's like, the other ones have Compulse and Crackdown separated. This one has Mind Control and Ice Dragon's Prison in the same box. An extremely powerful spell and a trap. This is the first time, one of the first times I'd say there's two really good chase cards in one box. Then Harpies is getting reprinted in this box. Now, I don't know how much of the Harpy archetype is getting put in here. If we scroll down here, you know, you can see a lot of the stuff being added, but to be honest, you know, I don't see any Harpy cards here, really. I mean, I would assume that, you know, with this, if they're putting Cyber Slash in here, if they're putting the War Rock, you know, you are in here, then they're gonna put other, cards of that archetype in the box. But I'm saying, like, if they put like Harpy SRs in here along with the Cyber Slash, I think that this would be pretty good. It's not amazing. I'm not saying it's good, like go out and buy it, but if they do put most of the Harpy archetype in here along with Shidori and, you know, Ice Dragon's Prison stuff, you know, you have yourself a very solid deck just off of that alone, right? Two really bigger traps, Nightmare Cerebus, which is a generic link that's going to be useful against every single deck. And then, you know, I don't think they're going to put all of Burning Abyss in here because, of course, they want to, you know, they want you to go into these boxes, these big main boxes with these decks, but they're going to put some of the support here. So, I don't know. It might not be amazing for new players, but I do think that in order of the value of selection box cards, I think right now Ice Dragon's Prison is at the top. Then Compulse comes next, Compulsory Evacuation Device, and then Crackdown. I think Crackdown has really gone down in value now because Mech Knights just lost free access to their skill, and now they're kind of relying on people playing cards like Crackdown for you to get played into. So yeah, replacing Sin with Shidori in Ritual Beast. Yeah, Shidori will be very good in
Ritual Beast as well. You know, anything that is just a wind archetype. You know, I'm not going to say Heart Beast is going to be amazing. You know, I'm not saying it's going to be the greatest for a new player. But, you know, if you were someone who was thinking about going into any selection box, I think this is the selection box you have to go into. You know, the cards here are just too good. You know, the general cards, there's 3 generic cards that you can use in any deck against any deck. And I think that that alone is good enough in making this probably one of the better selection boxes, even though it might look like a skip from certain points of view. Now, of course, if you really like those vampires, you could go in, but you know, that's up to you. So yeah, I'm just waiting, guys. Right now, I'm just waiting for my videos to render. So yeah, that's it. But yeah, the videos are going to be up in a little bit. Gian already hooked me up with some thumbnails, so oh, my headphones disconnected. Yeah, Gian already hooked me up with the thumbnails, so I am just waiting for the videos to edit, and then I will begin posting them up, and they'll be up in the morning. Well, I'm not gonna go to sleep until I finish editing the videos. Probably not gonna get no sleep. I went to sleep at what, 10 o'clock, and I woke up at 2 a.m. I got 4 hours of sleep because I gotta go to work, and I gotta leave my house for work in an hour and a half. So I'm gonna get these videos rendered, and then I'm gonna chill for a little bit, make some tea or something, and then get ready for work. No sleep, gang. Well, you know what? I told myself, you know what? And this is part of the reason why I'm trying to keep up the momentum. I told myself I was going to be better this year. I told myself I was going to put 100% in, that I was going to be, you know, working every day. And I was going to be, you know, like, I wanted to put that focus into YouTube again in content that we had when we started. So it's good for me to start off by doing something like this, you know, like waking up, doing anniversary. You know, we're going to be on it tomorrow. Rise to a Master Duel during the day because it's the Master Duel tournament day. But then after that, it's all Duel Links, baby. It's all Duel Links. I'm really enjoy playing the game when new stuff happens. So that's what I'm going to try to do. I'm going to try to keep my momentum up. Anniversary is here today. There's a lot of stuff to talk about. I want to enjoy playing the game, and yeah, I just want to take it one step at a time. Anytime I see you're not sleeping or working and stuff, I appreciate what you're doing. I appreciate you, Zan. I appreciate, you know, everyone coming through to YouTube. You know, I really appreciate y'all having my back on the transition. You know, I really just want to make content in the way that I am, you know, most comfortable to. Like, at the end of the day, like, yeah, this is work, but like, I am playing a game, right? And I am making content for games, so I would like to enjoy that time that I am spending making games and playing games and making content. So now that we're streaming on YouTube and we're away from Twitch, I do want to take that time to every now and then, like, I want to start like having regular streams. Like, I want to do, you know, the tournaments or Thursday and Friday, and then we could do gameplay some days, and then like I want to do like one variety day where like I play like a game that I always stream, that I always play myself, like Destiny 2. I play Destiny 2 like all the time. I play Pokemon all the time. I play, like, you know, these other games. Yeah, I play them a lot, but I never stream them. So I want like one day where I can like stream something that I always play. I play Minecraft with my friends as well. So I don't know, like I feel like meshing content with a little more of just me being able to be myself and be my own, you know, just be how I am. I think it would allow me to do that a lot easier. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing some cool stuff on YouTube this year, and I hope you guys are looking forward to it.
I'm gonna make a community post about it, and I'm gonna make a video. I was thinking about this yesterday, that I would make a video where I just kind of like talk at the camera for like 20 minutes, just explaining like what's going on with me and how I want to move the YouTube forward. Because I don't know, I think I really feel like I like being transparent like that. And yeah, I just want to tell people how I'm feeling and what I'm feeling moving forward. Of course, the dueling's not gonna stop. The Master Duel not gonna stop. But I do want to do other stuff just to make it as well, just to make it more enjoyable for me as a whole, so I don't ever get burnt out. Because I'm not gonna lie, there's times where I got burnt out on Duel Links and YouTube and Twitch to the point where like I just could not do it at the same capacity at which I once did. So I'm feeling really good at the beginning of this year, so I want to keep it up. So let's make 2023 a really good year for Duel Gang, and we're going to be killing it on YouTube and on Twitch. So thank you guys for staying up with me, for coming through so late to talk about the new selection box, the new structure deck, the new skill changes. Guys, I will be back later on today when the selection box actually drops after main phase. So stay tuned for that, guys. I will talk to you all later. I hope you all have a wonderful day. I hope you all get some sleep. If you're like me, you're up and during DJ hours. And I hope you all enjoy the 6th anniversary of Duel Links. Happy anniversary, guys. Peace out. Have a good night.